In a world constructed from books and thoughts restricted only by our collective imaginations, a group of friends gather together to warp reality, living out our wildest dreams, putting on weird voices and pretending to be fantastical creatures like elves and wizards, all within the confines of a single room.
That's right, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, and this is +3 to friendship. I'm your Dungeon Master, Leo.
I'm Josh, and my character's name is Sid Veranda.
I'm Andreas, and I am Vildar.
I'm Buster, and I'm playing Cecil Swordsway.
Join us as we unravel the mysteries of Sugar and Shadows.
Enjoy the show!
Fish and chips.
Okay, so you guys are disguised now. You have some big, crazy plans for town, but those are still incredibly vague to me. I'm not incredibly sure what your plans are. Yeah, you don't really know what brought you
Let's
here
keep
either.
our DM in the dark.
I mean, we could play it either like
100%.
you guys go crazy out in the town.
Yeah,
Sure.
cut to montage. There's beads everywhere. Like the disguises are melting off of us. I have a shoe on again somehow, even though that was like the number one thing in the disguise that I needed not to have.
It's just like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, no, it's just like just fucking complete obliteration of all memory. But I feel like we need to do something.
Let's walk towards the cooking school or something.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. So you guys, disguises.
Knowing Chet, where would I think Chet would have hung out? Is it? Where do I think I would run into him? Because I either A, want to avoid that, or B, want to kind of just keep an eye out.
You would think, okay, knowing the layout of this kind of town, the ways of the noble, clearly you would have rented a private bungalow somewhere out amongst the pomegranate fields.
It wouldn't have been under his name, it would have been under Darla's.
Could be.
There's Darla.
It's this shitty girlfriend that kicked me out.
Oh. Okay. Should we go try and find Chet?
But yeah, this isn't the type of town that a noble would like particularly want to spend a lot of time in.
Yeah.
If he's going to spend time in this area, he probably isn't staying in
The area.
in
Yeah.
town itself. Yeah.
Well, as we're on our like drunken escapade, not even drunken, but just escapade, I'd like to keep an eye out for any sort of like nobly or wealthier looking individuals that I could follow home.
We're here to rob and murder.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You particularly down by the docks where they load these pontoon boats
What do you
that
want?
shuttle back and forth between the ships. You can tell that there's definitely some more affluent tradesmen or traders, some merchants who definitely have some better money in that area, and they
On the boats.
yeah, you can see them like working out various deals with the warehouse workers there, procuring items and
So they're like-
packing them up to ship or
They're kind of
dropping
like
them off.
anchored out a little ways out, and then they...
The ships are all anchored out in the actual harbor, and then which is fairly far out in the beyond the tide flats, right?
Yeah. Can I ask a question geographically?
Yes.
Helix,
Yes.
is there like a dock? in
Helix is landlocked,
It is? Okay.
properly landlocked.
Just curious. If we want to steal a boat.
Yeah,
Maybe
Helix
we do.
is right there. There's a river nearby, but it's there's no like river boats or anything.
Yeah, Newport's upriver and to the right.
Yeah, and right out on the water, basically.
Okay.
So there's deeper water out there, still within the sea chain, but it shallows out real quick, so they have to use these pontoon boats to shuttle things back and forth between the actual seaworthy vessels that anchor out in the deeper water.
Gentlemen, are we at the docks?
If you want to be.
Yeah.
We're at the
I'm
docks.
just like, I don't know. We came into this raw. I feel like we should go down to the docks if we're not already there, which we are here. And let's see, if there's anyone that would like our company for later, unbeknownst to them.
What does that mean?
We're going to rob them, Sid.
Okay, I wasn't sure
Rob
if you were
them
like
blind.
work in the corner.
Their daughters for Belzar. We're looking for a wife.
For Beldar?
Yes.
Does he need a wife?
Someone needs to pay these wages.
Roll me perception checks, everyone.
What the fuck is happening?
No one knows. 7. Nailed it.
19.
11.
Okay. Beldar, you spot
what?
a face that is very familiar to you. In fact, 3 faces that are very familiar to you. You spot the gangly wizard known as Sly the Medium and his 2 goons, which are known as Brule, and then there's the half-elf guy. I can't remember the name of off the top of my head.
Followed.
I'm gonna grab kind of both of you guys and pull you close and just point.
Live Brittle Downs.
I put down the lizard I was inspecting. What?
So you see Sly the Medium and his 2 henchmen, his primary henchmen. He always has like a rotating cast of torchbearers and lowly minions, and they're making their way from the dock area deeper into town.
We should follow them.
Oh, yeah?
And I'll do some Navy SEAL, which no one's gonna be able to see, but we'll do all the hand
Navy
signs.
Seals. Just like very obvious. Rolling.
So as you guys start following this trio, roll me some stealth checks to see how well you can maintain.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on all of us. So add 10 to your roll.
Well, thank God for that.
I rolled a 3 and passed without traits. I get a 19.
Not bad.
Yeah.
That is saving us.
Yeah, the
That's not a 1. Huh?
No, I have a 23.
You're always stealthy than I am. It's funny.
So like that. Yeah. What did I say? 23? Yeah, that's right.
So, what were your scores again? Sorry.
23.
23?
13.
13?
19.
Alright.
Belmar walks up here.
So at one point, you guys are following Sly and his cronies. And Brule, the warrior dude, taps Sly on the shoulder and gestures back towards you, Beldar. Don't we know that guy? It's just another dwarf! Leave it be, Brule, you're so paranoid.
I'm gonna kill that one.
And they keep walking, and they stop at a particular shady-looking alleyway, and they look around both ways before heading down into this alleyway.
We're just Navy Sealing it out. I rub mud all over my face. And I rub it on Cecil's face.
I nimbly dodge it.
All army.
Can't dodge my mud!
We'll just be army crawling in the middle of the street.
We're wiping the
I
mud
just
off
pack
you.
mud into your beard. Just massaging it in. I'm making like cob, basically. Your hair is just like the fiber.
All one fused together.
So you guys follow them into the alleyway?
Fuck yeah. Should we all go?
I'm last.
You're last? Okay.
Oh, I'll go first. Fuck it, yeah. I slip
You
into
could
the
just
alley
Peek it around the corner.
and see, I give a little look-see around, and then I kind of slip into the shadow of the alley and see where they're headed.
Okay. In the alleyway, which is just like an area where there's two buildings kind of close together, and buildings in this town are always like built upon, so sometimes they stretch on for quite a ways, and this alley kind of twists and narrows and branches off in a couple of spots. But you creep up on these guys.
I use my daggers just so they can slip out a little easier than normal.
And you see Sly and his cronies are meeting with these 4 shadowy figures wearing dark cloaks. So, and hoods pulled up over their heads, and you can't see their faces.
These motherfuckers are dirty.
Metal. Is it these assholes again?
They're like the weird robot.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. No.
Can we get close enough to hear what's going on?
Yeah, with you guys all had some fairly... Actually...
I'm gonna leave Baldar behind.
I'm
We were
still
so
doing
stealthy
hardcore.
that we disappeared from him.
So you're creeping up behind these guys, and closer and closer, and you can hear like the muffled voices of these shadowy figures.
And you pulled this object from the ruins. Yes, says Sly. I pulled it from the ruins. Grave, dark magics down there, a highly desirable item. I couldn't possibly let it go for any less than 1,000 gold pieces.
Let's get it.
Now hear me out. Go on.
1,000 gold pieces is a steep price for something that we haven't laid our eyes upon.
You think I'd be so foolish as to bring this highly desirable relic into a dark alleyway with some ne'er-do-wells such as yourselves? A deal must be struck before I present it to you.
Fucking Sly, he's clever.
They don't call me Sly for nothing. You
He
hear
heard
him
you.
Thinking out loud.
Very well. Coin up front, I imagine? Well, do we have a deal?
How far away are they?
Not far, 30 feet.
Is the object in plain sight?
No, he didn't bring the object.
He clears that he has not brought the object.
He's trying to get the gold to get the object. So, if they give him gold, we follow him back, tell where the object and the gold are.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I'm like motioning Beldar to go back to the mouth of the alley.
So I'm just hardcoring.
We won't give you 1,000 gold up front. We know better than that. 500, half up front. Upon delivery of the item, we will give you the other half. A fair deal. Us. And Sly is like, He looks over at Brule and Torvik, which is what I was looking up in this book. And they kind of all share nods.
Very well, we'll take this 500 gold pieces as down payment for this object of incredible magical power.
And there's a jingle and a quick handshake and a passing of a coin purse between parties. And just like that, the shadowy figures fade into the darkness.
But Sly, Brule, and Torbeck are still there?
Yeah, they're just standing in this alleyway, sort of sharing silent glances between them, holding this person of coin.
I feel like we should get ready in case they come back out the way we were. To like not be there, but we want to make sure they don't go deeper in either.
Yeah, let's slowly back out.
Slowly
Keep an
back
eye
out,
out.
but keep
And sure enough, yeah, they like start following, like retracing their steps back out of the alleyway, but you're far enough away to sort of keep an eye on things.
Good job.
Everyone, roll me stealth checks again.
It's actually not that bad. 14.
And we still have your pass without a trace.
Yeah, we have it for an hour. 27.
Okay.
23.
What was it?
14.
Roll a 6-sided die?
I rolled a fucking 1.
Oh.
At a certain point, yeah, and that happens. It's not great. Even with pass without trace, it's not a great roll. And at a certain point, you guys are like following them down the docks, and you can see that Brule has glanced over his shoulder a number of times and made eye contact with you, Sid.
I have a disguise on though. I wink at him.
And with that, you can like kind of tell that they're exchanging some whispers. They're that close, but not close enough to hear what they are. And with the drop of a hat, Torvik and Sly begin running in opposite directions, while Brule turns and pulls his axe out from behind his back, making eye contact with you guys.
All three of us or just him?
Well, him, but you guys are all fairly close. So he's like looking in your general direction, definitely at Sid.
I nonchalantly whistle and walk away.
Okay.
I cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
They're like, hey! What's his name? Torvik?
No, this is Brule.
Hey, Brule!
You begin like chanting and like doing your somatic, somatic and verbal, and is it also material?
Nope.
No, it's just verbal and
somatic.
Okay, so you like wave your arms, arcane ruins are like popping out, and you're like making eye contact with Brule. He needs to make a save.
Mm-hmm. Make a wisdom saving throw.
You see his like eyes like glittering as like little visions of you making like smiley faces start floating around his head or whatever. He's clearly been charmed with like heart eyes that are like popping out. But also, you hear screams and fingers all
Magic
pointing
in
at
public.
you as you have clearly cast an enchantment spell in public, and people are all like, "Witch! Witch!"
Still being stealthed, I kind of go around this whole scenario and I want to follow Sly. Just FYI.
Okay.
You're falling Sly.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think we should, even though this isn't technically a combat encounter, let's roll initiative to keep a turn order going.
Oh, God.
All right.
10.
14.
18.
In the hubbub of this panic, people are all turning and pointing at Sid and screeching as he has clearly been casting as he came out of this crowd. What do you do? Brule's standing there making very intent eye contact with Sid.
Is Sid close to like the edge of the dock?
Like towards the like swampy water or the silty sands below. Sid, how close to the edge of the dock are you?
I mean, I thought we were like we're like in town.
Everything's a dock in town.
Oh, right.
It's all on these like boardwalks. So like how close to the edge
Just
of
shit
these?
under us as far as you can imagine.
I'm pretty close.
You're never more than 10 feet from the edge of a dock in this town.
And therefore shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit and whatever.
There's a
washed
pungent
back up.
smell to Newport.
Yeah.
Low tide and shit.
I have
Yeah, I guess I should
an idea.
So he is fairly close to the edge of this dock. What is your plan?
Yeah, here's a canter of water.
I was gonna grab him and throw myself with him off the dock.
Just like tackle him like a
I'm gonna tackle him off the dock.
witch.
Cecil, are you yelling at us?
No, I'm whispering at him. Keep an eye on him. Because I fucking dart past
So,
the full
Beldar's like about to tackle you here. Like, how much are you resisting?
Are you
if at
like
all?
faking that you're
Yeah.
gonna beat the fucking shit out of me?
Yeah, but taking you off the dock.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend to fight him.
Okay, so he makes like solid contact with you, and
just,
like
punch him with
you
a
both like
beanbag.
roll and tumble like. Yeah, and there's just like a dusty cloud with like fists that you're poking out and a foot every now and then as you guys start fake rumbling and you roll off the dock and there's like a splat as you land in the silty
It's low
mud.
tide.
Yeah,
It's
like
always low tide in Newport.
it seems to always be low tide in Newport, as except for the king tides, which you haven't encountered yet. But it's like a muddy, just like low tide sand.
So would you say that Brule was charmed long enough for me to just kind of slip around unnoticed, or what do you think?
He's charmed by me, but
Brule doesn't seem to have noticed you.
I will,
And Brule is like still watching as you get pushed off the edge. It's not quite your turn
Yeah.
yet, so it's actually Brule's turn. If you guys are fighting, fake fighting in the mud, and Brule like rushes to the edge of the dock, and he's like, "Are you okay, buddy? That dwarf looks extra mad at you."
Brule, yeah, I'm okay. Why don't you just go have a good night? Go get a hand job. We're all good here.
That makes sense. As he like puts his axe on his back and he like turns and makes his way towards the slippery hand.
So we're just like in the mud wrestling right now.
Yeah, and there's like all these like some the townsfolk have like run and scattered. Some are like watching the fight go down, and some have just shrugged and like gone about their business.
Okay. I'm gonna do some like fake knockout.
I was thinking.
Cecil, your turn.
during the whole commotion, I want to try and be as unnoticed as possible, and kind of just take chase after Sly. Not in a full run, but like I'm clearly running in the panic of the crowd behind him.
Okay, so I need a acrobatics check. And what is your total there?
19.
Okay, and now I need a perception check.
16.
Okay. And
17.
okay, even better. And now I need an athletics check.
14.
Okay, and you're following Sly.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Sly's like dodging and weaving through this crowd that's sort of like just both ebbing and flowing. He can't out dodge you. You are the
I am
river
the
dancer
crowd.
of crowds. Yeah, you're like bobbing in and out, like one with the flow of the people.
Finally.
No problem whatsoever. He's trying to like duck behind carts and dive into alleyways to lose you, to like
Oh, he
to
knows
try
I'm
and hide.
following? Or is he just running blindly?
It's hard to tell. He's definitely attempting to like
Lose something.
lose something. Yeah.
That person.
And-
Gold.
But you have too good of an eye on him. You're
You're
almost
locked.
before he does which way he's turning.
You smell gold.
And not only that, but he can't outrun you. You're gaining on him. As he ducks into a dark alleyway, this could be your moment. You get closer and closer. You hear his heavy breathing as he's panicked breath as he's escaping the unknown assailant that could be trailing him.
I fall. He's in the alley, and I'm on him.
Yeah. You've won every one of those contested skill
God,
checks.
that was unexpected. Does it look like this alley goes forever, or is this it?
It twists and turns. Hard to tell. You haven't been down this particular.
Sly, my darling, we meet again.
You hear the screeching of his heels as he like comes
And
to
I
his
throw my
stop.
dagger
Okay.
at his back.
He turns. Go ahead and roll your attack. And I need some sort of.
Fucking nat 20.
Very good.
That was awesome.
That was cool as fuck.
That's a cool moment.
Wasn't expecting
in our
that to
story.
pan out. I'm now murdering people
5
again.
minutes ago, I had no idea why we were even here.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Now,
it's to kill Sly.
I know.
I like how you're like always off killing people. Me and Beldar are just like getting into
that's
trouble.
Playing in the mud.
Yeah. You
Oh,
that was so
okay.
perfect. Oh, that looked brutal. That was like right on the corner. Oh, how did the door even open?
It was
It
always
was
open.
you, Digby.
Okay, excellent. So you're like deadlock in the alley with him. You have your dagger out. You throw it. You get your natural 20. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Well, this would be sneak attack because he hasn't had an action yet, has he?
He has not.
So is that these
You
doubled?
get your assassin ability off, but
Yeah.
it counts as a critical.
Uh-huh. Which it is already.
Yes.
So is that... How many dice is that? That's what I'm curious.
Your dagger is a D4,
Mm-hmm.
plus a D4 for it being a critical, plus a D4 for it being your assassin ability. Three D4 plus your.
Sneak attack. Huh?
He's somewhat aware. He knows he's being chased by someone.
Okay. So it's 3d4.
Plus your dex plus 5, right?
Kill him.
4. 1. 4. 8, 9. Plus dexterity is 4. Plus 5. Wait. 13. 18.
Okay. Your dagger sinks into his mini robes, and it's hard to tell exactly where you hit him. Somewhere in the torso area, but it
I
kind of
have
your
a
dagger.
quick question. When my dagger returns to me, does it come with whatever fluids on it? Or is
Maybe
it
like
always clean?
a little bit of
Yeah.
fluid. It's not like dripping
Yeah.
necessarily, but there's just like a
There's
small
yeah.
smear of blood on it, maybe.
I leave it in him this time.
Okay.
Where do you think you're going, my friend?
Do you still have a disguise?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He waves his hands and begins chanting, making direct eye contact with you as you see arcane ruins begin floating around him. And he shouts out, "Be still, foul beast!" As I need you to make a saving throw of sorts. I believe it's, do I have a player's handbook on these?
There we go. That's yours.
Oh, sweet. I believe it's a wisdom saving throw, but let me just check.
Oh fuck. Get out of there.
As you feel your legs begin to seize up a bit. Wisdom saving throw. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
It's a 17.
But you fight off the feeling of your legs seizing up. Blast! As he begins turning to run from you. It's your turn now.
Okay. You would... How's he looking? I mean, like, Like, is he slowed at all? Is he
No, he's
pretty
still
good?
running at a decent clip.
Okay, I'd like
He
to
looks like
kind
a
of...
level 20 wizard.
Yeah, that I'm alone with in an alley.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, oh,
And we have
really?
no idea where you
Yeah,
are.
I have no idea where I am either. I'm gonna let him get some distance on me. I'm gonna pretend like my legs have stopped working. Would he know that it didn't go off? His spell?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck. I'm gonna let him gain on me a little, and try and follow from a distance.
Okay, so you just track.
I'm just gonna track him where the
with
fuck
him.
he's going.
All right. And okay. So he gets to a point.
As
and-
I'm tracking him, though, I would like to reclaim my dagger and dip it in my poison.
Okay. You do so. As you're like kind of following the twists and turns through the alleyway, you come around a corner and he's fairly close, but he's already like waving his arms and chanting.
Okay, I can't duck back.
You kind of like peek around, you like duck your head back, and this like wall of darkness starts pouring around the corner. Inky blackness that you cannot see through, even with your dark vision.
Huh, didn't know I had that. Cool. So I'm blind, essentially.
You're not sure if you're blind or
it's dark.
if it's this magical darkness. It seemed like it was like a wall of darkness that came and like emanating out from him.
But we're in just a one-way alley, essentially.
Seems to be.
This isn't good, is it?
You're fine.
I'm good. Using whatever intelligence I have, realizing this is an alley, I'm gonna fucking take a gamble and just run straight at the direction I thought he was at. Knife out, both knives out, just running blindly.
Okay.
To the wall.
Give me a luck check.
That's a fucking 19. Think dice are hot. 19.
You just like start running with your dagger out, and wham! You run into a wall. You don't take any damage, but you
I'm
come
still
to
blind, or it's still dark.
Your head's ringing as you smash into this wall a bit. Make a perception check.
There's the walk.
The luck has hit the ground.
It's an 11.
Okay.
Or 12.
You hear nothing.
Fuck.
Feeling around. After a moment, the darkness shrinks away, and Sly is nowhere to be seen.
But it's an alley. I'm gonna keep running down the alley towards the direction I assume he is.
Okay. Pretty quickly, the alley opens up into another like sort of main street or main boardwalk sort of situation, and there's like a crowd there, and some guy's like he comes up to you with this plate of black pepper. Black pepper.
Part of me wants to stab him with the poison just in case.
Just in case.
Well, the poison won't kill him now, but it will later. Okay, well, I just like scan around in a huff. I still have my disguise on.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys are in the mud, in like fake fighting, and like really emphasizing the swinging of your hits. You guys feel these hands on your, like grabbing your cloaks or whatever it is you're wearing, just pulling you under the dock.
Under the dock?
Yeah, like into the shadowy, under the boardwalk
good.
situation.
Maybe it is good.
It could be really good.
I let it happen.
You get pulled under the boardwalk, and it's like there's this platform that was built underneath the dock, so it's like a sub dock.
Yes.
And sitting in this platform are these shadowy figures, these brown tattered cloaks, and they've pulled you up onto this like sub dock level, and they're like, one of them's like listening to the commotion up above, and the other one's like telling you guys to be quiet. As you hear like.
I'm just kidding. I say quiet.
You hear the crowd above. Someone yells, "The witch must have magicked itself away!"
Are they gone? Are they still up there?
The crowd
Yeah.
kind of like murmurs and eventually goes back to business as usual.
Hey, thanks, friend.
No problem. You can tell that these individuals are like some like mid-teens, some kids basically. Yeah, it's like a group of like street urchin kids. Yeah.
What are you guys doing down here? See a little play for it?
And the leader guy, he steps forward, and you can tell he's the leader because his brown cloak is like the nicest looking one, and he's got like a gold tooth. And he says, "We're the Brown Bottom Boys."
You're the Brown Bottom Boys.
The Brown Bottom Boys. That's right.
Huh.
The Brothers B.
That's a scary name.
We noticed that you were getting yourself into a bit of a pickle up there.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm not used to being in these big cities. I forget people get a little spooked when I send up some sparks.
We saw you using your magics.
Yeah, I got magics.
We could use a guy like you.
Could you?
We could use a guy of your talents.
What do you need my talents for, friend?
And one of the Brown Bottom Boys comes up to their leader and he's like, "I don't know if we can trust him. It's a witch." And kind of like look you over. "How do we know we can trust you?"
You can trust me.
He says we can trust him.
I'll give
That
them,
should be enough, right?
I'll give them moonshine and cigarettes because that's what kids like, right?
Yeah, they're all like super stoked for
They
the
trust you.
moonshine.
I
and
started rolling a
cigarettes and,
fire weed.
Oh. They got the sticky icky and cigarettes.
I
What's
got
not to trust?
Best sticky. I pull a nug out of my hair.
Hey, kids, you've tried cocaine.
Oh shit! I know Cecil's down here.
No. I'm just one of the children.
They say, we're planning a big heist.
Oh my
My
god!
fucking God.
There's a big sugar shipment in town
Sugar.
on one of the vessels out there. They're in town for another day or two before they set out.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Steal the boat?
Sure hope so. That's exactly what we're thinking.
Fuck yeah!
Steal the boat. We got there's some mangroves just a little bit further south around the point. And if we could scuttle the boat there, or at least beach it, and offload the sugar and hide it in the jungle until the heat cools down, then we can make a hefty profit off of that sugar shipment.
Love it. How much you think you're gonna turn around on this? What kind of profit we looking at here?
Probably my weight in silver, if not more.
Your weight in silver?
Yeah, that's a lot. He looks like he weighs about 90 pounds.
90 silver?
90 pounds.
Oh,
50 silver to a pound. I'll let you do the quick math. There should be a calculator somewhere around here.
it's like a lot.
Is that 4,500? No, 450. No.
How many was it? 50 to 9? 50
Yeah.
to 1?
50 times 90.
So 45.
How much? It's 100 silver to gold.
It's 4,500 silver, and then divide that by 10. 450 gold.
I don't know. It's worth it.
450 gold pieces.
But we get a boat.
Could be more, could be less. I mean, but it's a big score. And
Brittle bones.
for a bunch of urchins like this, you know,
It's
it's
a
a
big score.
huge score. Plus the boat, which could be like worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Plus a boat, plus an army of urchins.
Yes, it's like having a little spy network
A
in
little
town.
kid army in Eastport or whatever.
Newport.
Newport. Smells like menthols out
He's
here.
not a local, I can tell you that. Newport.
So what do you say, witch?
They call me the All Beast. Get it right?
That's a pretty fucking cool name.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's like,
Hoping he doesn't know anything about it.
one was like, maybe we should change our name to the All Beasts. Shut up, brown bottom was
Brown Bottom Boy?
brown bottom boys for life. Don't you forget it.
It's just this weird bee tattoos that
That's
are
brown.
brown.
Just smear with mud.
Yeah. They say it's mud, but we all know it's shit.
Yeah, you can tell that these guys are all caked in like the low tide swamp mud.
Cool. Yeah, I'm in. I got one more person that would probably be interested in this.
That's cool. There's always room for one more in the brown bottom boys.
We're like
How are we doing in their gang?
obviously
joining our
like
gang.
out of fucking. Yeah, Sly's gone. Who cares about him? Brown bottom boys for life.
And so you in? You're in, right?
Yeah, I slap some mud in my hand and I hold it out.
Yeah, and he like spits, and when he spits, it's like brown, disgusting, like he's been dipping a lot.
That's even gross to Sid.
It-
And he
to
just like
his hand.
pulls his hand back.
Even gross as. Hey,
Well, let's meet back here tomorrow at sunrise and go over the plan.
At this area
So sorry, no.
right here.
Let's meet back here tonight at sunset. That's even better.
Alright. Cool. See you soon.
Awesome. And so, like,
Pleasure. Thanks for the save.
these kids like pull these little skateboard things out of their cloaks, and like underneath the docks there's like these networks of like rope
It's like,
bridges
oh.
and yeah, and like
Rufio.
like other little docks and ramps and things, and they start like skating away and like doing kick flips into the distance.
I throw some imaginary food at them.
You see one of them like stops and like reaches up, and then there's you
like
share this
green mashed
moment.
potatoes.
Yeah, where it's like, you just like threw some rainbow sherbet sort of substance, and he gives you a wink, and the imagery fades as your collective imaginations sort of
Totally.
deteriorate with the
Oh, that
distance.
was a good moment. Makes me happy.
So you guys are like under the dock. You make your way back over there.
I want to make sure no one's following me.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I also have a question about my glasses.
Sure. What's your question?
If I were to look into a reflective surface, could I charm myself?
Possibly.
Good enough.
Become even more self-centered, and you're like, God, am I great?
No!
Oh, who's this handsome man?
We're just gonna find it 4 days later.
This is going to come into play. Don't you guys worry. I got a natural point.
Oh shit!
All right.
Pink dice are fucking hot.
Dude, Sarah's fine.
Sure enough, you're looking around and you see a figure, a very small in stature figure, ducking behind a corner. You could tell that their eyes were locked upon you. You see their like bulbous nose and round face.
Perfect. I go straight back to the slippery hand, but I want to make sure that they are following me all the way.
This okay. Give me a deception check to try and like play it like you don't know they're following you.
The line's under, right?
Lines under.
And deception, I got a 14.
Wait. Plus 10, right? It's a dex.
Not a stealth dex based thing.
Okay.
This is
It's just stealth.
yeah, it's trying to deceive them as if
dexterity stealth check.
if anything that makes it harder for this creature to keep track of him.
So the 30.
But after a few turns, this figure, you've locked eyes, looking over your shoulder a couple of times, and it just stops following you at some point. The third time you look over your shoulder to scan for it, it's nowhere to be seen.
Okay. During that whole encounter, lockbacks, I'm clearly making my way straight to the slippery hand.
All right. How long does Charm Person last?
An hour.
An hour. Okay. What are you guys doing underneath the dock now that you're alone?
We're just talking.
Okay. Holding things.
But we're finishing that fireweed joint.
Yeah. Okay.
Making mud angels.
You finish the fireweed joint. You're sufficiently stoned. What do you do?
I think head back towards the slippery hand.
Yeah, because we probably want to meet back up with Cecil.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys start heading back to the slippery hand. Cecil, you get there first. You come into that first floor. It's empty as per usual, except for that bald bouncer guy in the tight-fitting tank top. He nods towards the ladder.
I go up the ladder. I want to make my way to the most crowded floor, and as soon as I recognize that it's crowded, when I'm coming up, I'm going to wipe my disguise off and try and blend into the crowd and see if anything follows me up.
Okay. So you're the first bar floor is not too crowded. The second is fairly crowded. It's like a good spot to do that.
I do that.
Okay. Also, I should add in that first room, the first floor, the ground floor. There's also a spiral staircase going down, as well as the ladder going up. You assume that goes into the sub-basement floors where the spa is.
Yeah, spot it.
You guys shortly thereafter, you arrive at the slippery hand. And you see that same bouncer, bald guy, and he nods towards the ladder. And you guys head on up, and it's the first floor. You're looking around. Give me a stealth check. Give me a perception check.
$21.
I have a 30 or no 28 plus 6.
28.
Do I still have password?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I have a 34.
34. You guys definitely don't see Cecil. Cecil is
You're looking
beer.
for the disguise, not me. I clock them. I still want to keep an eye on the ladder and see if anything follows them up.
I'm gonna head up to the hand job room.
Priorities.
No, I'm gonna look for what's his name.
Oh, Brule?
Yeah, because I want to go get some information out of him.
So, you keep heading up the ladder, and up the ladder.
What did Brule look like?
Brule is fucking... I think he has a big mustache. I'm pretty sure he's human.
Either way, whatever he looks like, in my disguise, or not disguise, my stealthiness at the bar, I would like to ask the bartender if a Brule-like object had ever ascended the stairs.
A Brule-like object?
You know, he looks like a Brule.
He looks like that. He's got the big horn.
He looks exactly like... That's a Brule-like object if I've ever fucking seen.
Someone's like...
Yeah, 12 of them.
I saw a Brule, absolutely. Wait, who are you asking?
The or whoever is in charge of this floor. I'm assuming it's the bartender. No, I'm asking a barmaid. Maiden, if you will.
Yes. And you flag down a barmaid, of which there are two operating on this floor. And she says, you ask her about a Brule-shaped object, and she says, a Brule-shaped object. Well, I saw Mr. Armstrong. His name is Brule, heading upstairs. And she gives a description that perfectly matches Brule.
Well, I'm just in town visiting for Mr. Armstrong's birthday. It's a surprise party, if you will. So if you see him again, don't mention me, because we have quite the plan for him later. And I tip her.
Okay. And Sid, you start climbing your way up the ladder, and you get to this floor, and get to this floor, and it's like a circular room, and there's all these like curtains, like little archways with curtains drawn all the way around you. There's like a dozen tiny little nooks here.
But I see the curtains going all the way to the floor.
Yeah, they're all the way to the floor, and you hear like some rustling and groaning happening on this floor as well.
Hey, bro, you in here?
Okay, you call out, "Hey, Brule, are you in here?" And you hear a shh. As you see Brule's face peek out from one of the curtains. He's very red in the face, and like below his head, there's like the curtain keeps getting like pushed out rhythmically, and he's like, "Oh, you, buddy! Hey,
bro, how you doing?
what's up?"
Hey, I was wondering, I was supposed to meet Sly for a drink, and I just couldn't remember his address. Could you tell me where he's staying?
Oh, yeah, we rented a boathouse. On one of the
boathouse?
Yeah, one of
Cool.
the. Yeah, it was a retrofitted pontoon boat. They put a shack on it.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
I'm still really high, so this is like really cool.
Yeah. And he kind of like he goes cross-eyed for a second.
Good one.
His eyes kind of refocus on you.
Been a while.
Blinks a bit. Oh, yeah, it's I really needed that.
I'll go tell him to bring a mop out.
And you see like the head of like a half-elf woman peek out underneath his. Tell him to bring 2 mops, please.
Oh, Rule.
He's really backed up.
I'm impressed. Do I need to get any more information from this motherfucker? Is that good enough, huh? We know where Sly is now? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna head out.
I wasn't.
I was reading about rogues.
Okay. You head back downstairs.
Meet up with Brittle Bones.
Meet up with Brittle Bones.
Alright, Brittle Bones, I know where they
I'm still looking at a tankard of. Is it rubidium?
Yeah, Rambodian.
Rambo.
just so upset.
No, just completely transfixed by it. Just watching bubbles pop.
Oh, because you're super high.
Yeah.
Is this the first time the dwarf's been high?
You guys slipped me some magic mushrooms.
But this is the first time you've been high.
I think so.
Oh my god, awesome.
Yeah. So I've just been sitting quietly at the bar, staring into this flagon.
Brittle Bones, I had no idea it was your first time.
Eyes are super dilated.
You feel like incredibly uncomfortable, also, like as if your whole body is made out of rubber bands. In the worst of ways.
So stretching and contracting.
Yeah, like constantly in flux, working against itself in every way.
You're like an introvert stuck in a room full
And
of
you're like
extroverts.
not sure if you're holding your
Not like
body
earlier.
in a socially acceptable way. You're like, are my shoulders too high? Or
Do I have to keep breathing?
yeah, my hands
I mean,
doing weird
Am
things.
I breathing?
Meatball.
Lift Sid's arm and just go, is this my arm or yours?
That's mine, dude.
Whoa. I thought I had 3.
Oh my god, I remember my first time. I got some info. We need to find Cecil. Cecil.
The fancy one.
Yeah, the third member of our intrepid crew.
I'm just gonna look around and everyone's face just like,
There he is.
so many of them.
Why don't you just stay here?
How do you tuck him in?
Don't wander off, okay? Just look at the bubbles I stir around his Rambodium. Create some good froth.
Meanwhile, propped behind a coat rack and a wine bottle display case, young Cecil watches his friends in the distance.
No one's followed them up the ladder.
No, you don't see anyone having followed.
So from my fake mustache, I turn it into a unibrow, and I sneak up on Sid. I give his elbow a little tug. Hey, bud.
Ah!
Oh, it's just me.
Oh shit, Cecil!
What's wrong with the short one?
Oh man, he just smoked out with the first time.
Jesus Christ!
It was a beautiful moment, dude.
I'm sure it was.
We smoked under the bridge.
Oh my God!
We just stared out on the mud.
I'm out here fucking risking my neck yet again while you're just getting people hot.
Actually, no, that's not true completely. I got some information.
I think we should go to our room and tuck him in for a little bit. He looks a little green, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
let's head up. Let's head up. Beldar, come on.
Floating.
I put him on the fucking broom. Just try and push him through the hole where the ladder's at.
Push him too hard. It just like veers off. Good lazy canter. Like,
Wrong room.
So you manage to eventually make your way up the ladder system into your room. I think you're quiet and alone here.
So wait, before we get to our room, I'd like to take some of my metal spikes and scatter them across the where the ladder would come up, and they would walk towards the rooms.
Okay.
That way, if anyone comes up and steps on them, we hear them scream. It's a makeshift alarm.
You like set them upright and everything.
Oh, it's
or
just
like
like a
them.
bag. It's a bag of 1,000 spikes, metal spikes.
Oh, it's like caltrops or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. It's just kind of.
And I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and just create kind of like some static noise in the room, just in case anybody's listening.
Like a deafening buzzing of cicada wings.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's like power lines, basically.
After doing this, well, once I've done this and he's casting spell, I lead Beldar around. Oh, fucking, I'm so sorry, but look at you, look rough, my friend. Here, have a beer. Sober up a
Immediately
little.
sober up.
Roll for sober.
Beer really like gives you a nice base level.
Knocks the edges
drunk.
right
Yeah,
off.
Yeah, you're feeling much more comfortable. Those rubber bands that make up your body have laxed a little bit.
Except for one.
Just one arm is still just on its own.
Beldar, I'm so sorry. It's like fireweed.
Yeah, if you're gonna fucking smoke weed for the first time, don't do it with a seasoned veteran. God damn it.
I thought Rambodium was good.
No.
That was quite some.
Did you enjoy yourself, Billy?
2 addicts.
I just wanted to watch that puppet show all
Oh
day.
my god. You gotta start coming on my morning walks with me.
I'm not sure I would survive that.
I
Alright.
can tell you this much, you won't know it's fucking morning.
That's the best part.
Boys,
Okay, anyways, I got some information, guys.
what do you got? And then I'll go.
I went and I talked to Omar, or whatever the fuck his name is, and he said,
I love it. Like Sid just like never has anyone's name right. It's just like his information is like I talked to a guy you've never met, and like
And this is his wrong name. For deception.
after Omar kind of finished, he gave me some really good information, and I know exactly where Sly is. They rented a little pontoon houseboat.
Wait, I missed all that, I guess. When was that? Was that?
you were right there. Dude. You were sitting right where this happened 5 minutes ago.
And I literally asked, should I ask him anything else? And you were just like,
Oh, yeah. I
You were
blocked
deep
that
in the crystals.
Yeah, bro.
he said
Rogue shit.
character.
Rogue shit. Yeah, I was totally. Fuck.
I was looking at new
hard.
slippers.
Actually, what the hell were you?
That's the rogue shit.
Rogue shit!
They're
Yeah,
quiet.
The guy's name is Brule, by the way.
Oh, Omar is cool?
It's
It's
Brule
Brule
Omar
Omar.
Armstrong.
Okay, whatever.
Armstrong.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm
great listener.
Hey, it's all a fire week.
I just was thinking of Stretch Armstrong.
Here, I'll make a note. right here. This piece of paper.
Josh, you didn't write anything down.
No, I'm taking notes.
Cool. So,
Okay,
Omar,
Cecil,
you know
there's
where.
so much you need to know, though.
Okay,
Also,
okay. I'm all ears.
there's a gang of kids. They're called the Daisy Duke Boys.
DDB.
Brown bottom,
DDB.
brown bottom boys.
Wow.
And they want to do a boat heist, which I think you would love. I thought it was kind of your cup of tea. I think it's like a good thing for us to do. They say we could at least make like maybe like 2,000 gold. I'm trying to-
Beldar's just putting his fingers out and counting and sort of shaking his head.
2,000 gold?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know numbers. That's your job. But anyways,
Yeah, but
gang of kids.
What they said 2,000? You can't remember that?
Yeah.
So 2,000.
Yeah, they said something like that.
Wow, I mean,
Like
you're
in that
right.
ballpark.
I am at
It's anywhere from like
3,000 gold. Oh
yeah,
my
something
God.
like that. Something like that.
Okay.
And
So-
a boat.
Boat heist.
Not fond of boats, but okay. Remember last time we were on a boat? A bird attacked us.
I mean, I can't swim.
Yeah,
I
you
get
can't
it.
swim. I don't like boats. Maybe we'll run into Captain Ahab again. The fuck was his name? Dolph.
Dolph. I bet you we could sell the boat to Dolph.
Yeah, I believe that.
Anyways, I know where Sly is. We also have.
That motherfucker lost me in the alley. He made me go blind. I couldn't see shit. I hit him with a knife though, and I pull out my knife and I show whatever liquid was on there. That's probably
Did it look cool at least?
Yeah, now there's also poison on
Yeah,
over
yeah,
it, too. So it's like this inky black stuff.
I'm just waiting for you to actually cut your finger with me. Like,
No, you have to ingest
Ow.
oh,
I'm gonna stab him in the fucking mouth. That was my goal.
Stir his wine with the back.
Oh shit. Okay, so we know where Sly is. That motherfucker lost me somehow. I mean, he has spells. Cocksucker. Anyways, some weird nosed creature followed me for a while, but I think I might have lost him. I didn't see him come up the ladder. This is quite a lot to unpack.
Well, it's a good thing we were all disguised, am I right?
Exactly.
That disguise kit's really come in handy.
It has paid off in dividends. Another round?
I wiped the mud off my V, and it just shines
And we
bright.
pack it into the bathtub.
You got your like makeup mirror powder
Yeah.
pads going.
Yeah. Close your eyes now, Beldar.
I'm untying my hair sash.
Oh, God, no. Put it back.
I got pants.
Okay. Well, so, what do you want to do first? You want to go scout out Sly or go see these periwinkle boys?
I say, we go in stealth, steal the shit from Sly, burn the house down, move on to the next heist. I don't like Sly.
Man, I love a heist. I'm in! Put my hand in.
Hands in, boys!
I like how when it starts, it's literally just a solid fucking line. It's not like build up.
All right. Okay. So with the plan hatched and some ideas on the table, I think we'll pick up next time.
We finally got a plan together. It only took us
Finally
2.5 hours.
All right. Thanks for listening to another wild ride in the Imaginarium of Sugar and Shadows plus 3 to Friendship. We had a blast. We hope you had one too. Definitely let us know if you didn't, because
I'll work on not being manic later.
yeah, we'll maybe
It's not gonna happen.
yeah, we'll find out. Find out next week.
Tune in next week and see if Buster's still manic.
Yeah, see if Buster's still doing okay.